The Indianapolis Colts are the worst team in the NFL, at least in my opinion. And as someone who thought they were going to win the AFC South, I'm a little surprised by that. There have been a whole lot of reasons why, and I'll get to that in a second. But super quick, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like and a sub. Let's really shoot for 40 likes. I really want to hit that. It's been a while, so be sure to take like the extra half second to go and do that. You're thinking about it, so you might as well do it. And same with dropping a sub. I'm trying to hit 1K by the end of the year, and all that helps me out a ton. And if you want a shout out, just go down below and let me know what team to do next, because if I pick your comment, like I said, I'll give you a shout out and I'll rebuild that team and I'll drop you a sub. So it's a win-win, you know what I'm saying? But that's all. It's good to be back, and I hope you all enjoy the video. Now, I'm just gonna be like brutally honest. Sometimes I have very good takes, sometimes not so much. And I thought the Colts were gonna be very good this year. I was very wrong. Now, to be fair to myself, looking at this team on paper, I would still predict for this to be a good team. Like, I guess it's just purely injury related, but damn, dude, this team is not bad at all. Obviously, they don't have the worst record in real life. They're like 3-5-1, but obviously lots of injuries. New coach now. It was just kind of a fluky season. I really don't like that they fired Frank Reich. That rhymes. I have committed several war crimes. Either way, though, let's do a little breakdown of the team. So obviously, I guess their most popular player, Jonathan Taylor. I regret drafting him in fantasy. I was apprehensive, to say the least. He has been pretty bad this year. He has been banged up, clearly. But, you know, regardless, he hasn't been great. And that's definitely not helped by this offensive line, which has been surprisingly terrible. Quentin Nelson is still very good in the run game, just has been kinda dookie in the pass game, if you will. Matt Pryor's been horrific. Danny Pinter has been horrific. Someone I thought would be good for them was Chris Reed, but they cut him for fucking who knows what reason. I thought if this line was bad, you could throw Bernard Raymond in, but he hasn't been very good either. It's just a really surprisingly bad team in general. Obviously, Matt Ryan hasn't been great, but that's kind of just a product of the offensive line. Kind of the same thing with Jonathan Taylor. Just a weird year for the Colts. I expect them, as long as they know what they're doing this offseason and don't get super unlucky with injuries, they should be good next year. Obviously, Michael Pittman's still a good player. Paris Campbell kind of having a mini breakout-ish. Alec Pierce has been decent as a rookie. Just a really good team on paper, man. Obviously, some studs here on defense. Shaquille, aka Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, Stephon Gilmore, Bobby Okereke is how you say it. I guess that makes sense. But I've always just said Okereke because it's a fun name to say. Grover Stewart, and obviously a player that I haven't seen get much credit in Kwity Paye. He's been low-key a stud this year. I think he missed like a game or two, so his stats aren't all there, but he has been a really quiet but really good player. I think my game froze. That's how good he is, dude. Isaiah Rodgers has been pretty good in limited opportunities this year. I've always been a big fan of his. Anytime he goes out there, he looks really good. He's still only 24, which is crazy to me. I feel like he's been around forever for some reason. But yeah, he's a really good player. EJ Speed has been pretty solid when he's been out there. Hasn't been out there much, but yeah. Okay, that's actually huge. Kwity Paye is getting a little breakout training camp standout thing here. What do we want to do? I think we just want to keep upping his pass rush. I mean, that's already what he is a scheme fit for. +3 power, +3 finesse. I feel like that's kind of broken. I feel like that's kind of too much, but hey, I'll definitely take it. So here's a look at what we're gonna rock with for year number 1. I'm doing the same thing the Colts are doing in real life. I'm gonna start Sam Ehlinger. He's only 23, so I mean, he could theoretically work out here. He hasn't been very good in real life, and I think he has deserved that 63 rating, but could work out here. Like I said, he's still very young and is probably going to be better than Matt Ryan, who's already 37, only a 74 overall in my rosters, which is kind of deserved. Like I said, the offensive line is horrid, but still. And speaking of the offensive line, I think I'm going to start I don't know. There's no good option at right guard. I guess I'll go with Will Fries. And then we're going to start Bernard Raymond at left tackle. Matt Pryor has been horrible this year, maybe the worst lineman in football overall. He has not not been, I thought he would work out, but he really didn't. So yeah, that's tough. But everything else is the same, I believe. And then defensively, I also believe everything is the same. The only interesting thing is I'm going to start Nick Cross as our sub linebacker. And now that I think about it, I should put Kenny Moore in the slot because, I mean, that's what he plays, obviously. But I'll do that. Let's get to the midseason point of year number 1. Honestly, I was ready to say Sam Ehlinger was a bad idea. I thought we were going to be like 0-7 or whatever because we lost week 1 to the Texans, who are the worst team in my rosters, worst team in the league, probably. I know I called the Colts that, so it's kind of contradictive, but still. But we're actually 3-4, and that's not necessarily thanks to Sam Ehlinger. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been the worst either. Jonathan Taylor's doing very well. Ooh, Braden Smith, gross. Bernard Raymond was holding up really well, though. Not much pressure, not many interceptions, so I don't know why we have any wins. We really shouldn't. I guess Jonathan Taylor is kind of just carrying us. But hey, I'll definitely take it, and we have some re-signings here. Let's see what this is gonna... Ooh. Okay, no, that's actually not that bad. Pretty much Bobby Okereke is gonna be really the only player we re-sign here. Maybe Paris Campbell if he has a little more interest by the end of the year. But yeah, everybody else I'm not super interested in, believe it or not. Around 70 overall. We're probably gonna have to go player friendly to get Bobby Okereke back. I mean, he's not super interested, he's just relatively interested, so let's try that. 5 years, about 10 per year. I think exactly, wait, math? Yeah, I think that's 10 per year. Okay, let's try it, and he takes it. Beautiful. He's been amazing in real life this year, so glad to get him back. And hey, look, I don't mean to be controversial, but personally, I think he's the best linebacker on the Colts. That's all I'm saying. Paris Campbell rejects us, that's to be expected. I don't know if we're gonna get him back, but honestly, I'm fine with that. I was really high on him coming out, just injuries, bro. Let's offer Yannick Ngakoue team friendly, but 2 years. Let's see if he takes that. Okay, no, then go fuck yourself. The Texans have a better record than us? Why? What is this division? The Titans are the 3rd worst team? I don't get it, man. All right, well, this is the worst division in football. The Titans rebounded from being the 3rd worst to the best team in the division at 8-9, so they're making the playoffs at 8-9. I think they're the first team to ever do that. I think last year the Eagles were the worst team in the playoffs at 9-8, so I think they're the first ever 8-9 team to make the playoffs, which is interesting for sure. Sam Ehlinger wasn't bad. What the hell? Why did I sound like, I don't know, my voice did a weird thing there. It went like really up and down. I don't know if that came through on the mic, but I heard it. I don't know. This is a weird start to the rebuild. I'm fucking on something. Sam Ehlinger, 4,200 yards. Nice, kind of. 420, I don't know. 33 touchdowns, 17 picks is a lot, but oh well. And 60% completion percentage isn't great. What's his overall up to? 67. Okay. Thoughts are being made right now. 1,600 yards, 5.1 yards per carry, and 9 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor. Alec Pierce, good God. The slot in the Colts playbook is broken. Both times I have used the Colts, I did one off camera. Alec Pierce went off before when I played him in the slot, so it seems really good. Up to a 75, hopefully can get a dev trait. Michael Pittman with 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns though. Paris Campbell, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Mo Cox with 750 yards, 3 touchdowns. I love Mo Cox, that's all I'm saying. Okay, our tackle duo ended up not being good. Bernard Raymond saw Braden Smith and was like, hey yo, let me get some of that shit. He passed him up in sacks. He loves them sacks, no homo. He legit had like 4 at the midseason. He quadrupled it by the end of the year. That's fun. Braden Smith ended up being technically better. Other than that, the line was good. Ryan Kelly was questionable, but pretty good. Lots of tackles. Bobby Okereke led the team with 115 tackles for loss, 16 from Buckner, 15 from Yannick Ngakoue, and Grover Stewart with 13 in sacks. We did not have many. 6.5 each from Buckner, Stewart, and Pay. 5 from Ngakoue. And then interceptions, 2 each from Kenny Moore, Rodney McLeod, and Nick Cross. He had a really good year. 105 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 8 pass breakups or pass deflections, whatever they call them. Maybe defensive rookie of the year. I don't want to call it because I'm sure someone had a better year, but it looks like he was pretty good. And then a few players with 1 interception. 13th in offensive yards is not too bad. I thought we would be a lot worse. I mean, offense is kind of the problem for the Colts. And then 26th in defense. Not quite sure why that is. MVP goes to Justin Herbert. Jalen Hurts at 2, Josh Allen. I mean, certainly interesting to say the least. Ryan Tannehill, I feel like I never see him up here. I feel like he never does well. Apparently he was good this year, though. What team are we? We're the Colts. Player of the year goes to Lamar Jackson. Any Colts in here? Alec Pierce at 7. Oh, shit. Okay. Defensive player of the year goes to Von Miller. No Colts. And I don't mean to call it, but do we have a chance to get offensive and defensive rookie of the year? So offensive rookie of the year goes to Alec Pierce. Let's go. Okay. We're 1 for 1 so far. George Pickens, Damian Pierce, Snoop Connor, Xander Horvath in there. Let's go. And defensive rookie of the year, god damn it, Trayvon Walker wins that. Sauce Gardner, I have him really low in my ratings. I just haven't upped the Jets yet, so be patient with me. Speaking of that, by the way, my rosters are like fully completed on PC. They're all my custom ratings. They're called like Brandon Updated or something. Brandon823021 is my username or whatever you want to call it. So be sure to go and download those if you have this game on PC. Again, not like fully up to date because I mean I have kind of a life, but still we get in there. Nick Cross at number 3, so we kind of take that. I was hoping he could win it, but I mean it's understandable. There are a lot of good defensive rookies in the league this year. I wouldn't have necessarily guessed Trayvon Walker to win it. He wasn't my favorite prospect coming out, but hey, it is what it is. I feel like the same Super Bowl happens a lot. The Ravens beat the Packers 38-31. Didn't we just have that like a couple rebuilds ago? I can't speak, but no, seriously, I feel like we just had that Super Bowl. We have some upgrades here. Are there going to be any like important players or just going to be, oh no, we get Alec Pierce. Okay, does he get a dev trait is the big question. Let's just go playmaker. It doesn't up his deep threat, unfortunately. +5 juke move. Ugh. And he gets superstar. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I kind of like the thing where you can go up 2 dev traits in a year. It's a little busted, but if there's a player that's good enough, they deserve it. You know what I mean? He got star for, I'm guessing like a Pro Bowl. My guess for that is when it randomly says dev trait increased, I'm guessing it's because they made a Pro Bowl. Like it doesn't really elaborate on why they got it, but I have really no idea. And then offensive rookie of the year gets him superstar dev, 7,500 XP. That's pretty huge. He's almost at another upgrade, so he should be a very good receiver for us through this rebuild. I ran out of air in my lungs. I don't know if you could hear that. That kind of hurt. So taking a look at the team needs, we definitely have a few heading into free agency. And by a few, I mean the majority of our team almost. The only positions I would say that aren't really a need are running back, left guard, right tackle, I guess center, even though Ryan Kelly is older. I guess some of the linebacker positions, defensive tackle, like we need almost everything. We need corner because Gilmore and Kenny Moore are getting a bit older. Defensive end, linebacker, maybe even safety, left tackle, right guard, maybe even tight end, receiver, QB, obviously. Like this team has a lot more needs than I expected. Unfortunately for us, this is like the weakest free agency class I have ever seen. I swear the more that happen, the worse they get. You know what I mean? Like with every update, they just get worse and worse. The best player here is Jamel Dean at an 85 overall. That would not happen in real life. That's very unrealistic. I mean, it's just kind of weird. And another unfortunate thing is almost nobody is interested in us. I mean, I don't really blame them. Indianapolis isn't really the biggest market in the world, believe it or not. So really the only player I'm going to go after is going to be Juju. I can't even guarantee that he'll sign, but he would be a good number 2 receiver. Just play Alec Pierce in the slot. That could be our receiver trio of the future. Wouldn't really have to change it ever, with obviously also Michael Pittman. So the Panthers are also interested, but we do have the lead on them. They have interest, or he has interest in us. He's about 11 per year, which is about what I would say he's worth. So let's see if he signs, and he does. Is it with us? Okay, we bring in Juju Smith-Schuster. Has been pretty good as of late with the Chiefs. So I mean, I'm happy with it. That's funny. We have Smith-Schuster and Smith-Marset. That's interesting. So we have the number 7 pick in the first round, and we have good news and bad news here. The good news is that the number 1 quarterback on the board is still here. The bad news is he isn't amazing necessarily. I mean, now that I actually look at it, he has really good stats. A awareness, A for almost every like passing stat. Literally almost every passing stat except medium and deep accuracy. And I guess play action, so ignore me. And he is only 21. He's out of Troy, which is questionable. He's strong, he's fast. What is his throw power? He has good throw power. Okay, I was hoping for great or elite, but good is definitely good. I mean, regardless, we're gonna take him. I don't know why I'm stalling. I'm just really looking at him, I guess. Pause. Mason O'Dowd, let's take him, and he has hidden dev. 91 throw power, that's a little bit better than good. I mean, this dude looks fucking nice. I wish he had 1 high higher jumping and strength, but I'll take it. This might be a bit of a questionable pick because we already have good linebackers in Bobby Okereke and Shaquille Leonard. I'm realizing if I made this video like a year ago, I would have said both of those names different, but you know, obviously Darius Leonard, and then I said Bobby Okereke, which makes a little more sense. I don't know. Pointless rant. I don't care. Trent Ingram, though, looks like a very good linebacker. He's listed as a pass coverage guy, only 22 years old, out of South Carolina. Good speed, has elite acceleration and agility, elite jumping as well, was first for 20-yard shuttle, 3-cone vertical jump. Looks very nice, and has that A awareness, man coverage, tackle, pursuit. Normally, if you see a cover linebacker, I wouldn't suggest going with them because a lot of the time, they're dog shit in run defense. But this guy, like I said, a pursuit, a tackle, good awareness. Probably, oh, his play rec isn't that good, but, you know, at least good awareness. So, let's take him. I hope he's good. Oh, he's not as fast as I thought he would be either. No dev trait, 69 strength, nice, of course. But, you know, I'm a little disappointed, but 91 agility for a fucking linebacker is insane. Trent Ingram should be a decent player for sure. I'm realizing I'm a dumbass and I completely forgot offensive line was a need for us. But luckily, there's some good looking players here like Tyler Nolan, Max Moore. I think I might go Max. Oh, he's older. Oh, we skipped the combine. Has a few elite traits. I feel like he would be a player that has a dev trait. Now that I say that, he's not going to have one, but he's from Washington. Let's take him. He does have a dev trait. Okay, huge. Not great strength, but good like agility stats. Not fast, I guess, but good acceleration, good agility for a lineman. Looks like he could be a good guard, I hope. I mean, you would hope so, taking him in the second round, but I guess you never know. Jeremiah Holmes, that sounds like a fucking realtor or something. I don't know. That's just a goofy name to me. You know what? I'm gonna use this pick as actually a learning experience because I don't know how to draft slot receivers. The only receivers I know how to draft are deep threat. So this is Benjamin Godwin right here, right? He has elite acceleration, but nothing else is really great about him. B catching traffic, A catching. He's clearly a slot guy. I just really don't know a lot about him. What's his short route? B to D? I would guess it's a B, but this, like I said, if this guy is good, then I feel like I'll know more about slot receivers. Either way, I feel like I'll know more. So let's take him. We obviously need receiver depth. Normal dev, but we'll see what his overall is. Could be a good player. Ooh, okay, very interesting draft. So Mason O'Dowd is exactly the overall I thought he would be, a 74. I thought he could even be a bit lower. He looks like somebody to me, I don't know why, he looks literally about like 50, 45 years old. I mean, I feel like they need to change that. Every quarterback looks like they could be the president or something. I don't know. But Mason O'Dowd looks very good, obviously a scrambling type, so I might run a new scheme. I feel like our scheme is going to be very different from last year. 57 carrying, I hope he doesn't run it too much, but good speed, all that kind of stuff. Just overall pretty well-rounded. Not amazing at anything, just very well-rounded is how I would describe him. Trent Ingram is only a 72 and no dev trait. You know, honestly, we'll still probably start. Our other linebackers are all older, so this guy's like the youngest. He'll be, I guess, the third linebacker. Is not going to get much playing time probably. I could play him as the sub if I want to, but we'll see. Max Moore is very disappointing. He's only a 69 overall, which nice, of course. But I was hoping you would have just a little better agility. I mean, that's what he's better at, I guess you would say. And I meant finesse, not agility. Like only 74 run block finesse, 75 pass block finesse. Like I would hope that would be a little better if that's his archetype, but hey, it's whatever. And okay, I think I know how to draft slot receivers now. They don't need all that deep route running, spec catch, any of that. And even then his spec catch isn't bad at all. It's just not great. He's a 74 overall. Unfortunately, like I was saying, no dev trait, but looks good. I don't know what he's gonna do for us. He'll just be our number 2 slot / number 4 receiver, but hey, looks like a good value pick for sure, and could trade him if I wanted to. And then I think this is where I just started taking players that I didn't show on camera, if you would call it that. Unfortunately, nobody even close to good, and probably none of them will make the team except the first guy. Edward Aldridge had like A tackle, B finesse, but still sucks balls, so I don't know. I'm not very good at drafting late, apparently. Hold on, I was just looking through his stats. Can someone explain to me how B finesse moves moves is 60. And how is Speed Rusher still his archetype? I mean, I get he's fast, but like 60 finesse moves, I wouldn't really say that's his biggest strength. I would say, you know, I guess the 57 block shedding also sucks. I guess the 83 tackle, I mean, sure, he's fast, but fuck, dude. We basically drafted Trayvon Walker where he should have gone. I'm sorry, that's rude. Okay, I did not expect that to go through. I'm realizing I have never done a trade block trade in a realistic rebuild, or in a rebuild in general, and I feel like it's almost unrealistic that I have never done one. So here we're going to be trading just a 5th round pick for AJ Epinesa. He was a guy I really liked coming out, just has never worked out, which is very surprising to me. I mean, he's in a great situation. I've always thought he was a great player, but just hasn't worked out for some reason. But hopefully we can make him work out here. We would be starting Dayo Odeyingbo at defensive end. I'm not the biggest fan of him. He could be good, but like, I don't know. I'd rather start a player that I like in real life than a player I don't like in real life, if that makes any sense. Plus, Epinesa is, I believe, the same age, a better overall, and has a star dev. So this is a pretty big steal. So here we are for the start of year number 2. Let's get a look at the team. Obviously already looking much better. It's crazy how honestly easy it is to rebuild a team here. I mean, I did this realistically. I didn't make any crazy moves, and we're already looking, I mean, good. I don't know if that'll translate to actual wins because it is Madden after all, and they don't have the most realistic simulation engine, but on paper, this is a very good roster. We have young players at every position where we don't have good players, like Trent Ingram, Nick Cross, Jelani Woods, Bernard Raymond, Max Moore, Mason O'Dowd. I forgot his first name, I'm stupid. But yeah, this is a very good looking team. I hope Mason O'Dowd can have a good rookie year. I kind of want to make him a scheme fit. I know I said I was going to do this, but there just isn't another scheme that really makes much sense, to be honest. I mean, we could go spread, but that doesn't make any sense. We don't really have scheme fits for most of the other positions, definitely not pistol. So we'll just stick with West Coast Power Run. That's what we're built for. But yeah, I'm excited for this year. I think the team could be good. I don't know for sure if it will, but on paper, like I said, this is a very solid roster. Here's a look at these specialists. But without further ado, let's get to the mid-season point of year number 2, and hopefully Weez is doing well. Damn, bro, back-to-back week 1 losses to the Texans. That's tough. Hey, at least there is a positive though. Nick Cross got, I think it was 2+ combined, either pass breakup or interceptions, and he hit that apparently, and he gets 10,000 XP. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of XP. So he'll go up from a 75 to a 77. That's nice. We take those. Oh, remember when I was saying Madden Sim is unrealistic? This is what I meant. Ooh, Mason O'Dowd has 6 total touchdowns through 8 games, 7 games, not ideal. As many interceptions as touchdowns, which never happens in Madden. Jimmy G, I didn't mean to go there, but Jimmy G is doing better. That's disappointing. Oh, he's playing like one of the best QBs in the league. That's fun. Dak is playing like the best QB in the league. That's also fun. And if I had to guess, I would say Mason O'Dowd is doing the worst in the league. Well, Davis Mills and Carson Wentz exists, so not quite. Well, in terms of passer rating, they're both doing better, so maybe Mason O'Dowd is the worst starting QB in the league right now. That's disappointing. Hopefully he can rebound at least a bit. If not, then maybe it's a miss, but we'll see. And I think our one win is against the Bengals, which is odd. I guess they're not good, but they have a good roster. We have some upgrades here, 2 rookies, Mason O'Dowd and Benjamin Godwin. And Mason O'Dowd definitely needs it. But we have some re-signings here. Let's see who this is gonna be. It is, okay, Jonathan Taylor, Stephon Gilmore, I will definitely wait on. Michael Pittman, Grover Stewart, Kenny Moore, Isaiah Rodgers, Julian Blackmon, AJ Epinesa, Zach Moss, I guess. I signed Chris Boswell. He was in free agency for some reason. This fullback has a star dev. He was in free agency, so kind of tough, especially considering almost nobody here is interested in re-signing. We'll probably have to go very player-friendly for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor and he accepts it. Okay. He might have accepted player friendly, but I didn't want to risk having him reject it and then having the interest go even lower. Michael Pittman. I'll go player friendly. I don't know if I'm going to go very. You need to do more to convince. You need to do more too, bruh. We're not the only one that needs to do more. You need to show more too. Everyone else, though, I will definitely wait on because they will probably regress. I'll re-sign Isaiah Rodgers if he's interested. We'll go player friendly, and he doesn't want it, and we have to wait for these two, so we'll see, man. This is kind of a shit show for year number 2. So there's, again, good news and bad news here. We finished 7-10, which is technically better than we started, but we still don't finish very good. I mean, we finished 6-3, I guess, or 6-4, which, like I said, is better, but I kind of also wish we just lost a lot more games so we could have a really high pick, but at least we win. It shows that our QB was okay. And was he, though? He was, oh god. 3,700 yards, 24 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 57 completion percentage. Yeah, not great. Jonathan Taylor was great, though. Almost 1,800 yards, 6 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns. That's amazing. Receiving was way down. Maybe, Sam Ehlinger was the answer, and this QB just sucks. I don't know, because that's not great from anyone there. Blocking wasn't terrible, honestly. Bernard Raymond was the worst one, and he still wasn't awful. Max Moore was pretty terrible, though, letting up 7 sacks at right guard. Defensively, Bobby Okereke, Trent Ingram, and Kenny Moore all had right around 130 tackles, which isn't a great thing. It means our defense was out there a lot. Tackles for loss, Buckner and Pay had 17, Okereke with 12. In sacks, Buckner with 11, Pay with 6, and that's about it. AJ Epinesa, I mean, I guess we only had to pay a 5th round pick for him, so it's not too bad, but 9 tackles for loss, 2 sacks isn't amazing. Kenny Moore with 5 picks is pretty great, though. Isaiah Rodgers had a really good year. 8 pass deflections, only 36 catches allowed, 3 interceptions. That's pretty damn good. I hope we can re-sign him. 2 interceptions from Okereke and Gilmore, and then 1 from a number of players. Dak Prescott wins MVP. I feel like he wins it a lot now. Trey Lance, Desmond Ridder up there, Kirk Cousins. It's a weird list at the bottom. Unfortunately, no Colts, not surprisingly, though. Well, kind of surprisingly, because we had Jonathan Taylor, and he was a monster. He wins Offensive Player of the Year. That's not surprising. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Von Miller. No Colts in here. I'm surprised to see no DeForest Buckner, but hey. Mason O'Dowd wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know about that one. That might be racially motivated because he was kind of dog shit. Peter Smart, the fullback, was in there. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kenan Ramsey of the Texans wins it. I think he was a corner? I don't know. Trent Ingram at number 2. It would have been nice if he could have won it, but he wasn't amazing this year, I don't think. Just a lot of tackles. So, decent year, I guess. We underperformed, but I think things bode well for next year. We have a lot of younger players still. I mean, this team could turn around very easily. It's just about, filling the rest of the holes and having the players develop, like usual. That was a whole lot of rambling. I'm sorry. That's an ugly Super Bowl. It's like one of the teams with the most fans versus one of the teams with like the least fans. The Cowboys versus the Titans. The Cowboys blow them out 49-21, beat them by what, 28 points? That's not really even close. That probably would have been a boring Super Bowl to watch. We have some upgrades though. Thank God Mason O'Dowd gets one. I mean, like I was saying earlier, he needs all the upgrades he can get. Makes him a scheme fit. I don't know how he's going gray at what, probably 22 years old? Yeah, he goes up to Superstar, or maybe he had it. I don't know. Either way, that's nice. It looks like he went up to Superstar. Okay, so he had Star. I just hope from now on he does a little better because that wasn't great. Jonathan Taylor has an upgrade. We will upgrade receiving back actually, just because that's one of the positions, obviously. Having a good receiving back is valuable nowadays because it's such a passing league. Although it is kind of going back to a running league in my opinion. Just looking at a lot of the good teams in the league, they have players like Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Kenneth Walker. I guess you can't really say the same for Dameon Pierce because the Texans suck, but still. Although I guess some of the good teams do have amazing passing games like the Titans, Seahawks, Eagles, like that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm in a fucking rambly mood for this video. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you enjoy me rambling, let me know down in the comments because I don't know. I have no idea what you guys like, so let me know what you guys like. So for re-signings, we have a lot of money. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to get any of these players back. We'll go very player-friendly for Michael Pittman, and he takes it. Okay, that's actually very surprising. I thought he was going to reject us. It's probably a massive overpay, but oh well. Kenny Moore was a monster this year. We'll go very player friendly and I'll be okay with it. And he takes it. Nice. He obviously has that superstar dev now. I feel like I should read out the contract numbers, but Isaiah Rodgers was very good this year. Wait, I'm stupid. Isaiah Rodgers was the one who was very good this year, not Kenny Moore, right? Oh, well, now we have both back. That's fine. We'll let Stephon Gilmore test. He's getting older for sure, and he's not interested. Julian Blackmon, I definitely want back. Once you go Blackmon, you never go back. Man, you know what I'm saying? Player friendly gets him back. Beautiful. AJ Epinesa. I'm gonna go, no, definitely not very player friendly. We'll go, I don't even want to pay him that much. He had 2 fucking sacks. We'll go neutral. We'll see what he says. Okay, I might re-sign him in for agency just because I don't want that 5th round pick to go to complete waste, but he was not great for us. I'll re-sign some of these other players like Chris Boswell, and then I'll see you guys for free agency. Okay, this is definitely a good free agency class to have money in. I'm eyeing down a specific player. I think, actually, wait a minute. We could go Justin Herbert. I'm not ready to give up on our guy yet, but Justin Herbert's looking us right in the face. Oh, God. Okay, I'll go Nick Bosa. I don't want to give up on our quarterback. Nick Bosa is, like, always good in this game. Now that I say that, he'll probably suck if we get him, but normally he's very good. Obviously, we need edge help. What else do I want to do here? We still have some money. We could really finish off this team here. Ooh, Noah Fant. Ooh, I don't think I've ever gotten him in a rebuild. Oh, the Commanders really want him. Okay, never mind. Well, let's see. Actually, just looking at our contracts here, there are a few moves I want to make. I'm either gonna cut Ryan Kelly or trade him, but I think I would be able to trade him. I want to get some value for him. Ooh, the Bears really need, that's no, that's not interdivision. For some reason, I thought we were the Lions. Let's go with the Colts, maybe. Or, fuck, the Bears. I'm so stupid. Is this even remotely realistic? Well, we're getting a 3rd and a 4th. That seems like an overpay for them, but that's pretty huge for us, especially considering we gave up a 5th for AJ Epinesa. So that gets that back and more when we were gonna cut Ryan Kelly anyways. So it's a win-win for both teams, honestly. They really need a center. We need to get rid of him. I mean, he's aging. He's not amazing. He's expensive. That first part rhymed. I'm a fucking poet, I guess. I'm not gonna finish that saying. Cringe. The reason I did that, though, is because Trayvon Diggs is here, and I want Trayvon Diggs. He's been very good in real life this year. Obviously got a lot of hate last year. I felt like it was a little unwarranted. He was still decent. And hey, even I'm not the biggest fan of those kind of ball-hawking corners like Marcus Peters. I guess also Marlon Humphrey, but he's not a ball hawk. He's more of a fumble forcer, but still, you know what I mean. Like players that sacrifice yards to make big plays. Anyways, more rambling over. This is going to be our hopeful free agency class. Nick Bosa, Ed Oliver, Trayvon Diggs, and AJ Epinesa. It makes us absolutely broke, but yeah, Nick Bosa getting a lot of money here. I think we're offering him like 34 per year or something. That's absurd. Ed Oliver is actually cheap-ish. I mean, 10 mil per year for Ed Oliver, that seems like a steal, especially with the X Factor. Obviously, we're losing Grover Stewart, so that would be an upgrade, younger, and a better dev trade, so why not? Trayvon Diggs, obviously, we lost Stephon Gilmore, so just slide Trayvon Diggs right in. I'm realizing 3 X Factor players, assuming we get all 3. I honestly don't think we're going to get Ed Oliver because the Ravens are in the lead, but we'll see. And then AJ Epinesa, just a 1-year kind of cheap deal. We'll see if he takes it, but let's see if any of these players sign. And 3 of them sign. Do they sign with us? Okay, so Nick Bosa and Trayvon Diggs do sign with us. Unfortunately, yeah, Ed Oliver signs with the Ravens. That's unsurprising, but why is it still putting money into him? Hold on. I want to use that money somewhere else. Okay, there we go. I think Derek Brown was there, so that's not a bad compromise at all. Assuming he signs, of course, which he very well might not. We do have the lead, so hopefully he does, but we'll see. And then I think we're kind of out on AJ Epinesa. There's no real reason for us to pay him. So instead, let's go AJ Dillon as a good RB2, replacing an AJ with an AJ, you know what I'm saying? And let's just blow all of our money. Let's get Albert Okwuegbunam in free agency. Let's just spend everywhere, shall we? Or not, actually, I changed my mind. Let's not go Albert Okwuegbunam. Let's go Jedrick Wills. It's going to be a low ball to him, So, I mean, if he takes it, that's lucky, but he is interested in us. We'll see what he thinks of that. At least it's 2 bars. Okay, long free agency, hopefully over soon. Let's see if we can get these 3 players. It looks like Derek Brown's the only one to sign, and he signs with us. Okay, nice. And then let's see AJ Dillon and Jedrick Wills. We're in the lead for both of them still. Neither of them sign. Huh. Oh, and actually Trayvon Diggs comes with an upgrade, so get absolutely scammed, where the Colts? Cowboys? That zone coverage, Jesus Christ. Oh, so it looks like AJ Dillon signed when I was simming the week. That's pretty nice. We're still in the mix for Jedrick Wills, but really, like, do we need him? That's the real question here. Okay, so I messed with his contract. It moves us back into first. Let's see if he takes it. I didn't mean to withdraw it. God damn it. I always do that. I hate it so much. I hope I can get it back to where it was. Wait, did you see that? The Patriots got Justin Herbert. The Lions got Tua. What the fuck, dude? This is like the best QB free agency class of all time. I mean, that's low overalls for Tua and Jalen Hurts, but still, that's wild. Imagine if that happens in real life. Okay, there we go. Now, hopefully I don't withdraw it like a dumbass this time. Jedrick Wills, please sign with us. Please sign with us. I'm begging you. He totally didn't sign with us. He definitely signed with the Steelers. Oh my god, he signed with the Steelers. I'm gonna fucking... Oh my god. Let's get to the draft. So we have a 5th year for Kwity Paye. I'm gonna pick this one up, definitely. He's been very solid for us. Obviously has had a lot of like breakout type things. So that's a pretty easy decision. So in the draft, we have the 13th overall pick. And what do I want to do here? Mr. Khalil Lynch. Whoa. He has a lot of elite traits. This dude is an athletic freak. Not much power, unfortunately, and that is our scheme, but he just looks so good that I might have to take him here, to be honest. I might trade back? Is that a good idea? I don't know. That kind of sounds risky. Ooh, Frank Clinton also looks good. And we do need a center. Ooh, he's strong. I don't know. I'll go with Khalil Lynch. Obviously, offensive line is kind of our biggest need, especially now that we traded Ryan Kelly. So let's go Khalil Lynch at left tackle, and he has hidden 75 speed, 74 agility, 86 excel at tackle. That's crazy. That's like a Teron Armstead type player. This dude looks good. This guy looks like a stud too. Brock Eaton. What is he eating? What was he eating? I hope I remember to put the what was he cooking or whatever meme in there, or else that's gonna sound really stupid. But either way, Brock Eaton looks like a very good center. Obviously, speed, strength. Chip Kelly's like sitting on the floor, creaming himself right now. Brock Eaton looks like a very good player. Now that I look at his actual attributes, he doesn't look that great, but let's not overthink it. Let's take him. And he has normal dev like I expected, but even faster than the last dude, even a little bit stronger. He looks like a really good player. Ooh, this dude's really intriguing. Okay, RJ Lawrence. Defensive tackle isn't the biggest need for us, but, you know, it's kind of the thing to draft for, draft best player available rather than, you know, for need. That doesn't really hold up in Madden because, I mean, players don't really develop as fast if they're not a rookie, but still. RJ Lawrence looks like a really good player. Also, to clarify what I meant, obviously, you know, if we took this player, he wouldn't start year one. If you started year one, he could win Offensive Rookie of the Year or Defensive Rookie of the Year, develop all that stuff. But if we let a player go and then bring him in next year, he'll be a year older. He won't have a chance to win Rookie of the Year. He won't develop as much. Like, rather in real life, you know, Patrick Mahomes' breakout, it was so good because he learned from Alex Smith. He sat. In Madden, that would have never happened because he would have had no chance to win, like, a Rookie of the Year or any of that type of shit. And he would have been a year older, like, he never would have developed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Madden's kind of stupid in that regard. That's why I kind of wish players could develop no matter what age they are. I think development should just be the exact same across the board. But hey, I don't know. But RJ Lawrence here looks like a good player for sure. That was another long ramble. I'm sorry. Obviously, again, Chip Kelly pissing and shitting on incoming, of course, like speed, strength, and even looks very good. I just read Senator Mark Kelly. I was just talking about Chip Kelly. I don't know. A finesse moves, B awareness, play rec. Looks like a good player. Not quite a stellar run defender. Maybe has really good tackle, though. We'll see. But let's take him. And he has hidden dev, like I expected. So here's a recap of the draft. And honestly, it was very solid. Khalil Lynch is a 75 overall. Obviously, nowhere near a scheme fit. Only a 66 power blocker. 87 strength, so I'm surprised it's that low. Just a lot more of an agile player. Not the thickest tackle in the world. I guess 307's about probably just slightly below average, but still more of a finesse type player. Very, very good lead block as a rookie. Looks like he should be a decent tackle. Hopefully. Definitely wouldn't want him playing at guard, though. Brock Eaton is another very good-looking lineman, 73 overall. Unfortunately, no dev trait. Another very good lead block rating, though, and another very agile player. It seems like whenever I have a scheme that needs agile players, we're running a power system, like West Coast power run or whatever. Whenever we need agile linemen, whenever we need agile linemen, all the players in the draft seem to be power. So it's just kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, Brock Eaton looks pretty good at 69 pass block power and run block power. And actually, unless the number's taken, no, someone has number 69. Well, hey, at least someone has it, you know what I mean? And RJ Lawrence was a 71 defensive tackle. I moved him to defensive end where he is a 70. Very good finesse move, 78 speed, 91 strength with morale, so it's 87. Looks like a good player for sure. Obviously moved him out there because he was definitely not a scheme fit at defensive tackle. I could move him back there if I wanted to, but this was just kind of a flyer. This was my last pick. I needed a tight end, and every one of them looked like a dog shit, and this guy had like a few A's, but they were just like those projected A's that are like A to C or whatever, and apparently they were all C's, because this guy looks like ass. And then a few more decent picks. The CPU actually picked the player I was gonna pick, but I was like, he's probably not good, but he is. He's a 70 overall. He's not bad. Another speed rusher, Rocco Brown. He has a massive head. In fact, I'm going to change it because that's not what a 22-year-old speed rusher would look like. He looks like a 35-year-old defensive tackle, looking like Vince Wilfork or some shit out here. Nah, even Vince Wilfork looked a lot better than that. Let's go with that face. That's the face of a speed rusher, I guess. I'm being very judgmental. Yeah, that's better though. Here is a look at the team going into the third and maybe last year of the rebuild, depending on how we do. More than likely not. But also super quick, if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like and a sub because that helps me out so much and it takes you like 2 seconds. I really appreciate it if you do. I really appreciate it if you are enjoying these videos as well. Hope you are, because I put a shit ton of effort into these because I want to make them as good as possible. So, plugging over, this team is looking very good. We obviously have 4 superstar dev traits on offense, 1 X Factor, maybe 1 with Lynch, more than likely star, but could have superstar, we'll see. I wouldn't be stunned if he did. But yeah, Max Moore has superstar. I did not expect that. He wasn't very good last year. He let up 7 sacks at right guard. Typically, right guard is a position that lets up like 3 or less, typically less. But hey, hopefully he can be a little bit better this year. We'll see. Obviously, Mason O'Dowd, I still can't remember his first name. I don't know why. I'm trying to get better at that, trust me. But he's the number 16 QB in the league. Hopefully he can be a bit better this year. Finished the year strong last year. He wasn't too bad, but hopefully he can be better this year for sure. But obviously not too many changes in the past year. Just Khalil Lynch and Eaton, and then we added AJ Dillon as well. So hopefully this offense can be good. Defensively, obviously, some big changes here. Nick Bosa and Trayvon Diggs. That is a huge difference. And Derek Brown. I forgot about Derek Brown. So yeah, we're looking very good. Every single position has a dev trait, just how I like it. And also, who is this dude? Terrence Alexander. I think he was like our 6th round pick at strong safety. Definitely more of a box safety, 0 coverage ability, but could develop into a good player. We'll just have to see. So I'm very much liking the look of this team. It would be nice if I could not stumble over my words for 2 seconds, but let's get to the midseason point of year number 3. Hopefully we doing well. That has to be Scorigami. We lost 15-2 in the preseason. I mean, I guess Scorigami doesn't count in the preseason, but still, 15-2 is a weird score, dude. Okay, 6-0. I did not expect that. I thought this was one of those teams that just can't really win because they don't have a good enough playbook, but we're looking good. It seems like year number 3 is always the year in rebuilds where we start doing well. I have a theory for why that is. Ooh, Mason O'Dowd is still not very good. He's not bad, but definitely not good either. Jonathan Taylor's monster, 7.1 yards per carry and already 10 touchdowns. That's insane. But yeah, like I was saying, I have a theory for why that is. I think it's because after year 2, it gets to the point where teams can't afford some of their best players. And teams in this game are stupid with their cap space. They'll sign like 5 players for 10 mil each at the same position and just not use half of them. And they have no cutting knowledge. Like if there's a 75 overall player that's going to be making 15 mil that year, they're going to be like, yeah, that's fine. We won't do anything about that. They just kind of get screwed with cap. They can't afford to sign anyone, and then it kind of just gets a little better after this because then they draft players and they develop and it brings them back up to the same level. If that makes any sense, that's my theory at least. I don't know. Anyways, another ramble over. We have some re-signings here, although we might not do another year if we do well enough this year. And hey, it might be a good thing because we would have to re-sign DeForest Buckner and we have no money. Okay, it looks like he is the only player. I looked at our re-sign situations before the season anyways to set my draft, set my scouts, to see which positions I would want to scout the most. And I picked tight end and defensive tackle for obvious reasons. But let's get to the end of year number 3 and hopefully we're in the playoffs. Oh my god. We finished 14-3. That is insane. Unfortunately, we lose to the Tennessee Titans 14-7 in a very low-scoring game. It seems like you lose every week 18 or whatever. I almost said week 17. It's not like 2020 and before anymore. They're fucking 17 games, 18 weeks, which I don't really like it. I'm still getting used to 9-8, 8-9, records like that. I'm more used to 8-8, 9-7, 13-3, all that kind of shit. But hey, regardless, we did very well. Still, our quarterback was not good. Very not good, actually. 3,700 yards in a 17-game schedule is absurdly low. 26 touchdowns, 13 picks is a lot. In fact, hold on, I want to see. Does he have the, highest rate of interceptions per snap? Well, no, I guess Malik Willis would probably be in the lead for that, or Lamar. Because, yeah, Malik had less snaps and more interceptions, but still, he was very not ideal. And in terms of passer rating, he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. Okay, he was bottom 14, so that's number 18 in terms of passer rating, so almost a bottom 10 QB in the league, bottom 14 to be exact. Kwity Paye has an upgrade though, but yeah, Mason O'Dowd once again was not very good, only 3,700 yards, only 26 touchdowns, 13 picks, yeah, not great. Jonathan Taylor though, 2,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, and of course, 6.9 yards per carry. Nice. That is the ultimate nice. 9 touchdowns from A.J. Dillon as well. I mean, imagine if Jonathan Taylor also had those. He would have been up to 31, which would have shattered the record of 27. And also no fumbles from any of our backs. Our only fumble was Michael Pittman, which is actually kind of weird. Did we only have 1 fumble on the year combined? There's no way that's right? That's wild if that's true. Well, either way, not much going on in the receiving game here. No 1,000-yard receivers. Juju was our best receiver in terms of yards with 966. I mean, almost nice. Those are the nice numbers, you know what I mean? But not quite. Alec Pierce has been a little disappointing after year 1. Michael Pittman, same deal. Jelani Woods was pretty good as our tight end. Blocking, it was fine. Khalil Lynch was actually very good as a rookie, only letting up 9, which I know is kind of high for real life. But as a rookie in Madden, that's very good. I might replace Braden Smith, I'm going to be honest. He's been pretty horrible. 11 sacks as a right tackle is not good. And we could get good value for him unless this ends up being our last year, which it very well might be. Max Moore isn't very good, but he has that dev trait. Overall, decent offensive line. Tackles, Trent Ingram and Bobby Okereke each had over 120. Tackles for loss, Kwity Paye led the team with 15. We had a lot. And then sacks. This looks crazy. Nick Bosa with 19. DeForest Buckner with 13, Kwity Paye 9.5, Derek Brown 7.5. Those two additions in free agency look like they were huge. In interceptions, 4 from Okereke, 3 from Nick Cross, 2 from Shaquille Leonard, Trayvon Diggs, and Michael Carter, Michael Carter, I just randomly picked him up in free agency. How did he get playing time? Well, he only got 300 snaps. He just made the most of those snaps, getting 2 picks. That's kind of crazy. Isaiah Rodgers with 1. So really interesting stat lines here. Still the 11th best offense. Not amazing. Our defense must have been very good. Yeah, number 3 defense. I'm surprised we weren't even higher for both. I'm surprised we still went 14-3. Josh Allen wins MVP. Taylor Heineke on the Buccaneers is at number 4. Mason Woodward. I love the last name Woodward. It sounds like Squidward to me. Also, apparently he's the better Mason quarterback. Jonathan Taylor at 2. What did Josh Jacobs do? I'll have to check that out. And then Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. Jadeveon Clowney on the Broncos. He would be playing 3-4 defensive end. That's weird. Nick Bosa at number 3. Again, I'm going to have to check what they did because Bosa had 19 sacks. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Santiago. Only a 69 overall, but he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. No Colts. I guess that makes sense. I don't think we had any. Gilberry. That's a weird name. Wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. No Colts. But let's see what Josh Jacobs did. Whoa. I was going to say, 1,500 yards. Jonathan Taylor was way better. 32 touchdowns. I see. I mean, touchdowns are kind of a bullshit stat for running backs. I mean, it's not like they're doing a lot. They're just getting into the end zone. Like, they're just getting lucky more than anything. I mean, sure, it takes skill to get into the end zone, but, like, still. It's not like it's a crazy run or anything. It's just a few yards. 1,500 yards is good, but I would almost argue that Jonathan Taylor should have won it. I mean, 500 more yards, but 10 less touchdowns. I don't know. Pick your poison there, you know what I'm saying? Only in 880 snaps, by the way. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense for a running back, though, so ignore me. And then I want to check out a couple players here. Ooh, Najee Harris was good, but that's not who I'm checking out. I wanted to see TJ Watt. Okay, 21 and a half sacks. He had less tackles for loss than Nick Bosa, but more sacks, obviously. And I mean, that's pretty much how Defensive Player of the Year is decided for some reason. I don't really understand it, but hey, I guess that's fine enough. And then let's check out Jadeveon Clowney, 18 and a half. See, now Nick Bosa was better than him there. Ooh, Montez Sweat had 16. They must have switched to a 3. No, Randy Gregory, they still have him at outside linebacker. I have no idea. They're running a 4-3 or a 3-4 with 2 pass rushers at defensive end. That's really odd, but hey, you do you. See, that's the problem with Madden CPU. They do shit like that. They don't know how to discern an edge player from a, like, actual 3-4 defensive end. Yeah, I guess I would say, Jadeveon Clowney was better, more tackle, like 6 more tackles for loss. Okay, that's fair. That's understandable. I get that one. I still think Jonathan Taylor got ripped, but I understand the Nick Bosa one. He was very good though. But let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional round here. It's going to be the Buffalo Bills. Okay, I'm kind of nervous about this. They have the MVP, Josh Allen, Kylan Granson, and AJ Dillon getting upgrades here. But let's see, hot opponent. Let's go be confident. You always go be confident. Insult opponent just gives them a bigger advantage, so it just is going to make it harder. I mean, sure, if you beat them, it's a bigger reward, but, I mean, you're probably not going to beat them. But let's see if we can take them down. All right, here we go in the divisional against the Bills. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't think we're going to win this game, but we can sure try our best. It just seems like lately it's so hard to win playoff games in Madden Sim. It just never lets you win. We do take an early lead, but they bounce back and take the lead back. We're up 10-7 in the second quarter. Nobody's scoring now. they tie it up 10-10 as it hits halftime. We go up 17-10, they tie it right back up. This is a very interesting game. We take a slight lead and they tie it right back up. We take another slight lead, they tie it up. It's in overtime and they beat us in overtime. What was I saying? I called the hell out of it. We're the better team at home, 14-3, yet somehow the Madden sim is still like, yeah, the Bills are better. That's stupid, man. But of course, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe because that helps me out a ton, and let me know what team to do next because I genuinely want to know what you guys want to see because, you know, I want y'all to enjoy my videos because I enjoy making them. But that's all. Let me know what you thought of today's video. This is a really strong lineup, so I'm very happy with how this went. Even though we couldn't beat the Madden simulation gods, it's still a successful rebuild in my opinion. But that is all. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys again in the next video. Goodbye.